colors. One. Share. Copy link. Just getting ready real quick. Sharing some stuff. That's everyone. Send. So that was working. What up, Naruto? Okay, good. I'm trying something different this time. I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah. Got my pens ready. Watercolors. I have a Twitch account, but I just never used it. But now I'm using it right now. Did you have a hangover yesterday? Nah, surprisingly, no hangover. I was 100%, I was good. If I was gonna wake up, with a massive hangover, but nah, I was fine. A little dizzy, but nothing I couldn't handle. Yeah, I'm really lucky. Just a little dizzy, but no hangover. Surprise, artsy fartsy. You were first. I was being quiet, so I didn't offend anyone. Nah, don't even worry about it. Since you guys are here, I'll give you guys your tally marks. My hair was splitting yesterday. We have Artsy 5 and Naruto at 4. Let me dream. Oh, you can't even see. Can't even see the freaking thing. But there we go. Nah, don't be quiet. It's better when you're talkative. How you get 4? One from right now, the other one from the stream, and then other 2. Okay, so I'm gonna do a different painting. I finished the other one, the rabbit. Okay, first thing first, erase. I can find my eraser. How did Pookie get more than me? He joined in yesterday. I did a stream yesterday for a bit. You won't see on my channel because I privated it because I'm using a different program or app to go live. Normally I go live straight through YouTube. I'm using a different app which is allowing me to stream on Twitch as well. So I am live both on Twitch and on YouTube. So hopefully the quality is better than normally. Let me know if it is or if it isn't. No wonder, lol. Yeah, I did a quick live yesterday before going to work. And you know, it's pretty cool. This app I'm using, there's a few things I could do, like multi-stream, and I can also add like little cards, I guess, pop-ups. There's a bunch of things I could do apparently, but I still need to like test it out one of these days. I'm so glad I was off yesterday. What is that? Maybe purple. You know, next stream at 6:50. You know, probably won't drink as much as I did last time. I overdid it. Put some more paint, water my brush. Another Jackbox stream? Yeah, I told you I do that every 50 subs. Had a headache. I felt like I was being boiled alive from the side of my head. Damn. Alright, this is good. Oh, what up, Cool Monkey? Thank you. I'm doing a puffin. Let me show you real quick some of the stuff that I've done. So we got this puffin here that I'm working on. I finished this rabbit yesterday. I have this bison. Don't play silently, no, just be talkative. Like I said, I don't think it was anything necessarily like we said. Either way, like, you know, she felt uncomfortable and decided to leave, which is respectable, you know. Didn't make a, what do you call it, big deal or nothing. It was good though. I had fun. It looks awesome. That was a fun Jackbox. So like this time I'll probably just drink a bit. I won't get too fucked up. I typed in the comments earlier, I think on his shorts. It's so cool. That looks realistic. Thank you. I'm trying to go for realism, but not super realism. Yeah, I'm trying to do it to the best of my ability. And I think I've been doing an okay job with that. And by the way, where is it? I'm doing this little idea that Artie gave me. Right, I'm gonna write down your guys' name with a tally mark each time you join the stream. And I don't know, I think once you reach like 10 or something, I'll do something. Maybe I'll draw something. So what's your name? Cool Monkey VR. Oh, you were thought of it was funny. Cool Monkey VR. One tally mark. I think also towards the ends I was sleepy as well. I was telling Artie, I think graphic yesterday, but not sure how much they heard, but even before I started the stream, profile draw at 10 times, maybe either a profile picture or maybe a draw your suggestion or something. But I was saying, before I started the stream, I was already sleepy because the day before I had to work and we didn't sleep that long. So when it was time to stream, I was like tired and yawning. And we were kind of running some errands before the stream. And me and the missus were like, let's just go to sleep. Jacob Booker, hey Jacob, how's it going? And we were like saying, let's go to sleep. And I would have gone to sleep, but it was a Jackbox stream that I had already announced. So I had to go through with it. Back. So yeah, I was sleepy and tired before the stream started. I also only ate like one thing. I ate like some eggs with some sausage, and that's it. Like right before the stream started, I just ate like some eggs and sausage really quick and started streaming and drinking. So not a good combination. I didn't have a full stomach. I was sleep deprived, and I was drinking a bit too much. That or do Jaeger bombs so you're drinking and drink too. Ooh. I heard those don't mix well. Drinking alcohol with energy drinks. Never had it. I heard the egg touch later in the stream. We heard the eggs and sausage. Yeah, I was blowing up chunks. Joy, she was telling me I should go on stream and be like, I'm sorry for whatever happened. Whatever had happened during the stream. Or doing cherry bombs. I'm not much of a drinker, so I don't know all these things. But to the extent of my drinking knowledge, or what I've done, is just either, buy like a hard seltzers, White Claws, Trulies, those type of things. I'll drink those. Beer, not really, besides a Four Loko. I don't do beer. And for a hard liquor, I prefer vodka. Not necessarily anything else. I don't like tequila. So I'll prefer vodka, either by itself or maybe like mixed in with some soda or something. That's pretty much all I do. No, I don't really do anything too crazy. I don't go to bars and stuff like that. Then they're on your people. Yeah, as long as it was a fun stream, I guess that's all that matters. If people had fun. I say like next time, now I know. I should take it a bit slower and not drink as much. It was a necessary evil. An experiment that had to be done. McFlurries, love them. I haven't had one in forever. Furries. Yeah, it's been forever since I had a McFlurry. I don't really be going to McDonald's like that. Usually when I'm working and we want some fast food, I would most likely stop by In-N-Out I'm not sure if you have it in and out where you are. I doubt it. I think you might have heard of it. I'm not sure, but you know. I do know In-N-Out mainly in California, but I do have a few other locations outside of California. But the guys, it's over here. Yeah, I go to In-N-Out. There's a burger joint, if you don't know what it is. All they sell there is just hamburgers and French fries. Nothing else. No chicken, no salads, nothing like that. Just a hamburger and French fries and a drink. Just and act like animals. So I go to In-N-Out if I want fast food before I go to McDonald's. Here's the first part, but the second part. I don't know. Because they use little boxes. You know, the good thing that got kind of fucked up during the stream, that was when I was like still kind of small. Who knows how big I get, right? I think it would probably be more embarrassing if I was at a couple 100,000 or something. Everyone would be like clipping it and it'll forever be online. But since I'm so small, no one really clipped it. At least I don't think so. I'm not sure how the pets feel. If I was a cat and a human took a huge dump in my litter box, like scary movie. But how was your Sunday today? What have you done? Anything interesting, productive? Post in your yard and then you pick up just humans. That'd be big ass shit to be having to pick up. You know, I kind of want a big dog. But at the same time, I think about like the shits, the sizes you gotta pick up. I'm like, I don't know if I want that. Cause I have like 2 smallish dogs. I'm like, okay, it's kind of fine. But imagine like having to big ass shit you gotta pick up. Hey, what up, Forrest? Welcome back. You only exist in my home. Hola, Pooh. Oh, what up, Alex? I didn't see you there. What up, what up? Does the stream look better? You know, quality-wise? What? Yeah, I think you guys joined at a weird time in the chat. You're usually invisible. Need tallies, yeah, I'm gonna do the tallies right now. Well, I need to add Forrest's name. His name's right here. Okay, we'll do Poophead, second tally mark. Yeah, the one's from the game. And Forrest. Yeah, the tally marks for each stream you attend after you get like 10 attendees, attendants, I don't know, or maybe like 7, I'm not sure exactly the number, but once you reach a certain number, I'll draw something. Someone said like your avatar or something. Yeah, perfect attendance. We got to 10. Make mine 0. Why 0? Who you trying to hide from? I got you. Oh shit! I forgot to put Forrest. I'm gonna put his name. There you go. 1. Very large. Okay. Hi, Charlotte Michaels. How's it going? And I'm only putting people's name who's honestly, if they join the channel like text, and they're here for like a few minutes, because I get a lot of people joining in and saying hi, and they leave. That's all they do. Hi and disappear. But if you're here for a few minutes, I don't know, 2 to maybe 5 minutes, and you're kind of talking, then I'll write down your name. You don't gotta include me on this special item though. Well, too bad you're on it. Whether you like it or not. What? Yeah, so it's a system that Archie's idea, right? Join the stream. If you type a message, I'll write down your name, and next to your name, I'll do a tally mark for each stream you attend. After you reach maybe like 10 tally marks, I'll do a painting for you. Not enough water. Jacob Brooker. The last time I was on the stream was about 5 months ago, I think. Okay, I know Jacob was here for a while now. One of the earth board is happening. Earth bread. Jacob. Oh, where is it? Is it Brooker? Yeah, Brooker. If you have 50 telecents, we'll get you a tree from the gas station. Yeah, but nothing over $5, $5 and below, and I'll get you something good. I'm gonna make this like a little bit too thick. So start thinking about what you might want when you get that 50 tally mark. Maybe a pack of gum, some 5 gum, so you can be like the commercial. The fact you live in the Philippines. I'll get you a gift card, an Amazon gift card. I'm gonna give you the code. That may or not be used. Way to brag. You must put your signature on it. I'll put my signature. This is the 5 gum. Here, 5 gum. 5. I'm gonna sign it. It's gonna be super big, can't even see it. Yeah, I kind of thought about like what my signature would be. I'm not sure if it would be the whole name or just one. So it'd just be like in like that. I don't know, those are like, I like how it looks. It's my signature, my YouTube signature. Don't copy it. In black. I don't even know which one's which. Unicorn. I think his name is Eric. Who's Eric? I'm gonna call. Alright, Wander. It's okay. Pegasus. I like using these paints here on the right in a way because they're a lot more smooth, more pigmented. Hello, Wanderlust. Can't hear me because I'm muted. It's funny that I got Alien twice on Jackbox. You know what kind of sucks? I don't remember too much. One, normally have a bad memory, so just trying to, remember anything I suck at it. And towards the end of Jackbox, well, I think we all know what happens there. Yes, I am doing a puffin. The alien was pretty fun. I enjoyed playing the alien. That's one of my new favorite ones. The rapping one is also one of my favorites. The pole one was kind of cool. I feel like we need to have like people talking for that one. And voice chat would be better. The one with the sauces that we're doing, were just better. And Elzia, we told her, don't choose this one, and she chose it. Is that Flowery from Undertale? Flowery? Undertale? What does Undertale sound familiar? Oh, is there an alien? Next game. 4. Because I kind of like, shuffling through the games. My raps were buns. Dude, I don't even remember playing the rap one. I swear, I was like privating my videos, and I saw that it was right there saved. I was like, what the fuck? I blacked out. Sad. The rap game was funny but not fun. Also depends. You know, some people um when you have good bars, I guess you could say it's fun. But duly noted. Alright, so what was your favorite game of the night? I don't know. Top 2, top 3. What did you guys enjoy playing? What was a rigged system? Honestly, I can't even tell you what happened. So I'll just have to like take your word for it. That's it for me. I enjoy the alien one. That's one of my new favorites. The pole one is kind of fun. That's it. Just you have people talking. Oh, what else is that? That's fun. I'm not sure. So they wouldn't get points. Like I said, I don't know. I'm just blacked out from that shit. Like I said, also at that point I was kind of falling asleep. So I was just fucking tired. So I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe next time we won't do the rapping one, and we'll just stick with the ones that people actually enjoy playing. Spread. That was super funny stream, so yeah, I'm glad you had fun. I know it's your first time joining one of those streams. I know I did one before, and by the time, we already had met. But you're probably busy, whatever. I think it was pretty much almost everyone's first time joining one of my Jackbox stream. I know Wonder has joined it one time. This is Alex's like third or fourth stream. Graphics, that was his second. My friend Andrew, I think it was like his third, fourth, maybe fifth time joining. Who else was there? Kind of like a red. Yeah, but no, I had some people join in that have played before. And some new people. Hey, what up, okay? How's it going? I know, okay, joined the last stream that I did, for a bit. Fun tally mark. Like I said, maybe like 2 to 5 minutes of being inside the stream and kind of talking, then I'll add the second tally mark. Because people could just come in, say hello, and just bounce. Right now, Artie's winning though, and he would have been even more in front if I would have like taken into account all the streams I did when I was doing the Jackbox. But I'm like, nah, because I didn't remember who exactly was joining all of them. What do foxes sound like? Ding 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 ding. Something like that. My bad, I got distracted. What's the Sally for? Alright, so this is it was RT's idea. So each time someone joins in, if they're new, right, I'll write down your name. After about 2 to maybe 5 minutes of being in the chat and kind of like texting, I'll give you a tally mark. After you reach, I think 10 tallies, I'll do something for the person. I'm not sure if I'll draw your profile picture if you have one, or I'll do a painting of something you want. Who knows, maybe like, let's say, this is an example. 10 tally marks, I do a painting. I don't know, 20 tally marks, I send you the painting, right? We can do something like that. Or like after a certain amount of tally marks, perhaps I can send it to you, ship it to you. I'm just gonna buy you equipment if you're gonna give me a gift card. I do need some new equipment. Like I said, good idea. Is the stream better quality wise or the same? It should be better. Like I said, right now I should be multi-streaming. I'm also live on Twitch. So if you go to Twitch and like search up my name, you should see me live as well. Because I was like, looking around the options to see what this new app that I'm using allows me to do, and I saw that I could go multi-stream. Okay, that'll be fun. Send you markers to paint or something you want to see it use. But I was thinking about like, I send you the painting, right? I do a painting, rip it up the sketchbook and send it to you via carrier pigeon. Look at my Twitch name. I'm about to follow you. My brain still slightly hurts long. I'm not sure exactly how it works because I know but bumper 3000, which is pretty cool because I see all the comments on the same screen on my phone right now, and it tells me which one's from Twitch and which is from YouTube. Let me take a picture real quick. So that's how my screen looks. But you can see YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, I'm on Twitch right now as well. Is that I'm using a different app and it's allowing me to stream on both at the same time. And right now it says I have 1 viewer on Twitch and 6 on YouTube. At least that's what it's claiming, right? And the Twitch is the same as my YouTube. What's up, players? XCox360 BL2. So I guess it's a little bit weird because right now it still shows 1 viewer. So I'm trying to, branch out and do lives on different platforms. So let me give the tally mark. I wonder who that is. The XCox? Yeah, I wonder who that is. I don't think it's okay. Although I know the phone orientation that I have set up for YouTube probably won't transfer as well to Twitch. You just set up like a gambling thing with your Twitch? What do you mean gambling? So I think for Twitch it might be better if I do the phone, horizontal or landscape mode. But it will mess it up for YouTube. Because if you want to chat and text, you gotta like turn your phone. By fleas is crazy. You got it ate by fleas. That's fucking crazy. Yesterday at work, I was gonna open this door. It was a big ass fucking mosquito. I grabbed it and I ate it. Since mosquitoes have blood, I should be getting stronger. You never know whose blood they have. Maybe it could be like Spider-Man or something. They could have like animal blood that would, transfuse with mine. And one of these days, you're gonna see my freaking fingers just explode. I don't know, with color. So you can do so much with your account, but to keep this place, it's a powerful limited currency called silver human, so you can gamble there. Take a point and you can watch that you create. Wow, please. Bro must be a dog. Okay, this was him. Helped me getting ate up by fleas. It's crazy work. You can even set up gift subs. Well, I know my friend does have a Twitch, and you get like bits. Like I'm really illiterate when it comes to Twitch, but I know you can get like bits, right? If you watch like a certain amount of time, you get like a point. Like you said, you could use to maybe get emojis or send stuff. So okay, I just gotta look into this stuff. Like I said, it's my first time streaming on Twitch, or maybe second time. First time doing art. I think I streamed it one time for gaming. Like I said, just trying out new things. Like right now, let me try out this option. You can make custom things to get to suit your followers. I wanna cash out. I don't know money for gambling money. You should start working on TikTok, but I don't know if it's worth it with the stuff Trump is doing right now. Yeah, isn't it like getting canceled again? Like pretty soon. I had 3 outside dogs I went to the area and they were all over my legs. I picked up and then burned them. Rip the dogs. Here, I'm gonna try something. Text. Okay, let's do that one. Checkbox. 50 subs. Okay, there we go. Do you guys see that? with that many fleas you you show up in the market. Let me check on my other phone. Okay, yeah, so it pops up. Nice. Perfect. So now I can have messages showing. And let me take it off. Edit. No, wrong one. There we go. Just checking some stuff. Okay, there we go. Yeah, with the jar of fleas. Well, I shouldn't go. I just know they were groomed. They were gone, not groomed. My bad. I read it wrong. Yeah, here. Do you think you could take the Texas Chainsaw Guy and 1v1? Is it Black with One magazine? Of course. Dude, I saw one of the Chainsaw movies sometime last year and the shit was stupid. He got like shot and stabbed and like his arm cut and all that stuff and the motherfucker's still alive? How? You saw a picture I have it right here. Oh. Right here next to my little stuff. This painting is kind of done already. It's super simple. I just gotta add a little bit more shadows in some areas. Then aim for the head. Exactly, no one aimed for this stuff. That's the thing I hate about horror movies. That's why I don't like watching them. They're fucking stupid. Like, people don't think. They don't aim for the head, they don't run, they don't do shit like that. They're just like, oh shit, he's coming? Alright, let me trip. Let me scream in place. Told ya. So, you know, I don't like watching horror films. If it's a horror, like I said before, if it's a horror film about, you know, ghosts. If it's like a paranormal film, then I'll watch it. I like watching paranormal. Ed and Eddie. Ren and Snippy. Did I miss something? Did I spell that wrong? I think it's Ren and Stimpy. I think there's a T somewhere there. Fucking neighbors. Yeah, Ren and Snippy. I thought you meant like, that looked like a joke you're setting up or something. I never seen this show. I've seen like I guess you call them like edits on YouTube. Apparently that show was pretty wild, and it was on Nickelodeon. You know, but we don't have shows like that anymore, so that's why everyone's soft. And I just noticed a the wrong order. Flex the muscles. Super unhinged. Yeah, like I said, I've seen some video edits on Ren and Stimpy on YouTube, right? Like the one where it had like cutting a piece of wood on the guy's back and pretty much just straight up fucking them. Are you gonna add this username to the pad? No, because it's the same one, so it wouldn't really make any sense. It was kind of gay. Like I said, I don't know, because, well, I guess that scene was kind of gay, but I guess, you know, it was showing that, I think Stimpy was asserting his dominance, so. Like how I like my shows. Then you must love the new Scooby-Doo adaptation, Velma. Top tier. Ooh, roasted. Roasted like a marshmallow. But just lightly roasted, you know. I like brown, like char on the roasted. Kinda spicy, kinda tomatoey, kinda like a spice. Ends of spice. I don't know if you've seen that video with that little girl. So like at a restaurant, like some little girl's like tasting something. She's like, oh, it kinda has like a hint of kind of spicy, kind of hits the tomato, kind of spice. I think they're like, what are you talking about, or something like that. She's like, I don't know. Has anyone here watched Trailer Park Boys? You know, one of you guys has had to watch Trailer Park Boys. They made Shaggy black. Yeah, they did. You know, I don't want it to sound like a rant or nothing like that, but it's just really stupid when they, you know, revamp a show or something and they just be switching genders and races for no apparent reason. I feel like anytime anyone says that, like if they start, you know, their sentence with, I don't mean seem not to be racist or something like that. That's one of the most racist shit you can hear. I'm just kidding, by the way. I definitely have. Man, Trailer Park Boys is good. I mean, at least I like it. Yeah, but it just, I really hate when they make characters a certain race. But not when they make them, when they switch the races for like no apparent reason. It just feels like, I don't know, annoying. Instead of making a completely different show, a different character, they just take a known character and just switch it up. I don't know if it's real or not, but apparently, you know, the new Harry Potter they're making or something, Snape is gonna be black. Hopefully no one's offended. But I don't think I'm saying anything offensive. You know, this is all, what do you call it? Opinions. So I guess we could switch the topic. I feel like it could easily go left. You know. Freaking got stuck. But anyways, look at this. If you can't take it though, like, what is it? What is it, man? They changed the character back. No, it isn't real. It's all a figment of our imagination. The thing is, people just are very sensitive and also stubborn in their beliefs, whatever it may be. And if you don't follow their beliefs, they get upset. Like, how do you not believe the same thing I believe in? Not my daddy Snape. I think I could be wrong, but I saw like something on Instagram that Snape is gonna be black now. Like, why? I think even like, especially also smells are highly underrated. Especially when a character has been specifically, I think I could be wrong, but I think they said like in the book, right? Snape is described as a pale man, and you know, it just doesn't make sense. That's why these are my opinions. Yeah, one snail nation. Are you a snail or are you a branch? You know, you gotta choose one. That's a tough one. The choice is yours. It's like Jigsaw, right? The Saw movies. But for me, it's gonna be like, I'm gonna have Naruto in a room and have him decide what's he gonna be, a snail or a branch. And if he doesn't choose within, I don't know, 10 minutes, he dies. I'll be the snail. One snail on this shell. Let's see what's he gonna choose. You can choose a snail or a branch. I'm a snail that is on a branch. That's a good compromise. Here, let me tell you a story. Something that happened today. You know, I scared Joy. I woke her up. Jenna. I woke her up from our sleep. You know, we were sleeping, and I woke up just making some outrageous noises. I was just like, I legit woke up just like that. I was just kind of like screaming, and I don't fucking know what the hell I was doing. But I did that shit and I woke her up like, "Were you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." I went back to sleep. You're a Canadian. So you know, I was dreaming. It was kind of a weird dream that I had. So I was like in some house, and I don't know why, but you know, I was kind of like walking around the living room, and I was like two other people, and I was like telling them like, "Dude, I feel something here, you know, like I feel a presence, like a ghost." And somehow I'm able to jump from the floor to the ceiling, and the ceiling was pretty high. I just kept on doing that like around the living room until like I hit some one area of the living room that I felt the presence of a ghost. And you know, I was like jumping up, and at one point the ghost kind of like caught me midair, so I kind of like started screaming in my sleep, like like chanting or some shit. And I guess I was doing that in real life. Penguin, what up, Steely City Fishing? That's not a penguin, it's a puffin. So I just like in my sleep yelling, and in real life I was yelling, and I woke her up, and she woke me up. I do that too. Lucid dreamer. I've had a few lucid dreams. It wasn't a lucid dream. Maybe a vivid dream, as you mean? You know, because a lucid dream is when you can control it. Like, you know you're dreaming, so you control it, and you're like, you know what, I want to fly. So you start flying. You ever like have a dream where you jump or quickly reach or something only to do it in real life? I don't think so. Puffin long. I know it's hard with the P. I guess I was when I see like a baby. Okay, let me write your name. Steely City Fishing. Steely City Fishing. Yeah, trying to get better with my watercolors. Instead of flying, I do it myself. I try to control my dreams. I had a few lucid dreams before, and each time I know I'm dreaming, I wake up almost immediately. There was one time I was dreaming when I was a kid. I remember I was like in a room that was like filled with lava, and it was like opening up the floor, and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna die. And I don't know where I'm like, you know what, this is a dream. What am I talking about? And I transformed into like a superhero, and like I started running like super quick. I mean, this shit's easy. Then I woke up. Hello, Cosmo. I'll be punching in my dream, and one time I wake up. Nah, I don't think I've ever done an action in my dream and then in real life. Like I said, I was in my dream, I was like, and I was doing that shit in real life. But like an actual action, no. Watercolor is my favorite medium. It's becoming my favorite medium, along with pencil. I've been using a lot of pencil lately, and I'm enjoying penciling with a pencil. Let me write down Cosmo as well. Cosmo. You know, just writing down people's name who's joined in and talk. After a while, I'll give you a tally mark if you join in next stream. Talk. You get tally marks for each stream you join, and I put like 10 tally marks or whatever. I'm gonna do a painting for you. How's your day been? My day has been alright, Cosmo. What about yours? Cheese curds are my favorite medium. I hear a fish tank at the back. Yes, there is a fish tank in the background with some fishies. You're the first person to kind of guess that correctly. Some people have, I don't know why, but the first thing that comes to mind is like, is someone peeing in the background? But no, it's not pee, it's my fish tank. RC, I have another ghost story to tell you. I know when I hear a fish, your paint skills are so good. Appreciate the Cosmo. Some come out good, some paintings come out good, some come out bad. I'm gonna show you some of my bad art. because I kind of don't like when people say that, you know, I'm good, because I'm not. I'm okay. Alright, so that's this one. This one came out alright. Could have been better though. That one, I really like how that one came out. This buffalo. I was like today fishing katsu. Nice, what'd you catch? I don't like how this one came out. Not too much. Looks eh. This one came out okay. These frogs. This one don't really like how it came out, but it's starting to grow on me the more I look at it. This is number one right here. Mostly carp fish. You know what? How's that even going? I'm something of a fisherman myself. You know, scientist. And it's just some other paintings I've done. Dinosaur one came out good. Yeah. I used to kind of fish. I haven't fished in forever, but I want to go again. The ancient branch of retribution has made another appearance. That's the branch. You must bow when you see it. When it's in your presence, you know, you look away for a second. There we go. Steely fish. Steely city fishing. Yeah, lore. Whenever the branch, you know, makes an appearance, you look away really quick, and then you can look at it. Because, you know, it's too much when it first comes out. It's kind of like Medusa. It'll turn you to a lizard. Not a branch, it'll turn into a lizard. You better watch and fish at the same time. Man, it sounds like you have a nice life. Relaxing nature. And look at a picture now sitting on a boat or standing along the lakeside and fishing, looking at birds. And then you catch that one fish and the fishing pole goes down and you get it and you get nothing but grass and roots. Like, fuck, man, let's go again. And do it a few more times until eventually you get nothing, you go home. But you know, you don't give up, you go again, and next time you go, you catch something. It's a good day all around. I am in the States. I'm in California. Don't be a fish, be the water. We gotta make some more lore. I was thinking this lore, I guess, could be with the rocks. We have a little running joke here that was started by, I think it was Atoli and Naruto started the lore. So. Which I find funny because, you know, I was watching one stream. I was you know, kind of lurking, and she was like asking the chat, like, what's up with all these branches? And I thought that was funny because I was thinking to myself, like, one of these days people are gonna join in and see like branches and stuff. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Don't be breathing flesh creature, you rock. Don't be a breathing flesh creature, you rock. It's a flesh creature. But let me tell you a really quick another ghost experience artsy that I had yesterday, which is weird. Like I said, I had one on, I'm not sure if it was a ghost experience. It was something, right? On Tuesday, And I was at one of the places cleaning, and like I said, I saw someone walk by, and it kind of looked exactly like my fiance. But you know, when I looked for her, she wasn't near the place that I saw this apparition. You must have paint animals. Okay, I'll be Dwayne Johnson. I paint kind of whatever is interesting. I'm also doing animals because that's kind of what I'm good at, you could say. I have not done any buildings, haven't done landscapes or people. Appreciate that. I have it here. That did not happen. But I thought I had it with me. But yeah, I mostly do animals. I kind of want to have paint me next. You know, so when you open the sketchbook, I want to have like the right side be animals, and the left side I might do people, or I'm not sure, buildings or something. I'm not sure yet. If you're a landscape fan, I haven't done any landscape, but I want to do them. Yes, I think this one's pretty much done. I'm just gonna do a background. But I was saying, I also had another ghost experience yesterday at work as well. So, you know, we were cleaning, right? Because we're janitors, me and my fiance. We work together. And we were at this one place, and we were just kind of talking. You know, we were kind of taking a little break from cleaning. So we were just kind of like standing around talking a bit before we, you know, started cleaning again. And as we were talking, I think we even said it too, like we were joking about like, oh, something about a ghost. And we heard like a loud like bang or a clamp. We're like, what the fuck was that? And I walked over to the place, and the only thing I could think of that made a noise was this trash can. We're like, that's weird, because this trash can's kind of heavy. They just love you, don't they? Exactly, they love me. And it was like the lid of a trash can that's like metal. Because at least for me, whenever something happens, I kind of like try to look for an explanation first. I'm like, okay, what could it have been, right? So I walked over to like the area, I heard the noise, and the only thing I could think of was a trash can. And I even like opened and closed the trash can and made the exact same noise. But you know, there was no way for it to happen by itself. So we're just like, damn, that's crazy. We were kind of just talking about like ghosts and stuff, and boom, something happens. So that happened yesterday. Oh, what's the fifth? Might go fifth. So that was like a little quick experience. They were confirming your suspicions. Maybe. There's another quick story. But I don't know exactly who was here when I told that story. I know Artie was here when I was telling the story about the ghost and like the plastic bag with the Pepsi, which sounds like a weird combination. But in that same room that I was like telling a story in, let me just kind of quickly just draw it out how it looked. Bob Ross vibes. So let's say this is my old apartment that I used to live in. This is the bathroom. This is my parents' bedroom. I'll put PB, and then mine. I'll put an M. Right, bathroom. So, right. So right here is where that whole story with the Pepsi shit happened, and this is where I was, or right. I used to sleep. Remember one time I just kind of came out and I went like this to go to the living room, and I saw a lady standing inside the room, an 11 teen ghost. And I saw a lady just standing there in my parents' room. It looked like she was standing right next to the bed, like folding clothes. And I quickly, like right when I saw that, like in my mind, I stopped, walked back to look at, did I actually see that? And no, I haven't missed any of YouTube shoots, only the Twitch. Well, I literally just started the Twitch one today. Only because of the app that I'm using right now. That was sad. You can just seems. I seen stuff at my dad's house too. Do tell us. So yeah, it was weird because no one was home at the time. I think it was just me and maybe my brother, who was like in the living room. So whatever I saw shouldn't have been there. Yeah, ours is our first place. I'm not sure if it was a ghost or maybe like when your mind plays tricks on you. Because I was just quickly walking past, going down the hallway to go to the living room, and I saw a lady standing there. It looked like she was like standing to the bed, folding clothes, and it took me like a few seconds, like 2 seconds to just, figure out my mind, like, wait, did I just see that? So I walked back and she was gone. I was just like, whatever then. I guess it was nothing. So far, gonna be hard to beat me. Yeah, sometimes YouTube is dumb with notifications. But what can you do? Can be hard to beat me. Also, the apartment that I used to live in, that I had these ghost stories in, it's kind of haunted. I have ghost stories there. My brothers, my mom, my stepdad, my neighbors, they all have some ghost stories with that apartment. Let's see this. Dad has something that follows in my parenting. One day I was alone in the basement. That's already a bad start. I went to go upstairs. Guy with hat and trickle looking at me top of the stairs. Told your pops about it. You don't wait for notifications, you create them. You seen them too? Yeah, that'd be crazy. If you tell your dad, and like, oh, you saw him too? Not even like, worried or nothing, like, wait, what? And they're like, oh, you saw him too? Yeah, that's old. My old friend, they're following me around. Kind of crazy. You know what's also kind of crazy? Here's another ghost experience story. I didn't see this one though. Watched for a long time. What was the noise in the background? My dog Dee Dee. You know what it was? Fish tank. Oh, what's that noise? Oh, hey Pug Parrot, it's about my fish tank. Oops, shit, my bad. I don't tell anyone except for you guys alone. But This is happened 2 years ago, more or less.
I told everyone about Eagles Pierce, my basements.
So, like I said, the apartment that I used to live in was haunted, and so that is kind of important. So about 2 years ago, me, my fiance, we went on a camping trip with my older brother and his wife, along with my other brother and his girlfriend, right? So it was 3 couples, and we went on this camping trip, and we were on separate cars since I moved away. My brother came in one car, I came in a different car. We both met up at the campsite, and we're all taking stuff out the car. And after maybe a few minutes of having the stuff taken out and set up camp, my fiance goes to me and she tells me, like, who's the old lady? Like, where did she go? I was like, huh? And like, yeah, there's like an old lady in the car with them. Like, is it someone's grandma or something? And I go to my brother and I was like, hey, she's saying, where's the old lady? Where's she? And they're like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, she saw an old lady in the car with you guys. And he was like, no, it's only, 4 of us. Right? It was both my brothers and each of their partners. And that's crazy. My fiance saw a woman, an older lady, in the car with them just sitting. And I kind of feel like I remember a bit, looking in the car when no one was in there, while we were setting up, and seeing someone just sitting there.
Okay, let's put something in there, bro. This is just paper. I think this might have turned out better than Chameleon. Glad I found your channel. I appreciate that.
No, I think the chameleon, it's not chameleon, it's a basilisk, a plumed basilisk. And nothing's gonna beat that, only because there's a lore behind it. This looks pretty good. It does look pretty good. But the lore behind it, it's what makes this painting great. So okay, so that whole thing happened, right? My fiance sees someone in the car. I told my brother about it. He's like, no one came with us. It was just only us 4, right? So whatever. Nighttime comes around. We're around the campfire. We're all exchanging our own ghost stories, because that's what you have to do. You go camping, you got to tell ghost stories on the campfire. And at the same time, we're telling ghost stories. She says she saw the same lady again behind I think my brother or his wife. She was just like standing there and like disappeared. I didn't see it. That's what she said she saw. And yeah, that's crazy.
Wonderful. Hey, welcome back, Wonder. Draw me on French next.
And what's crazy about that story, apparently my brother, like, he ended up telling me that there was an old lady who lived, next door to, in the apartments, right? And one day he heard banging on the wall, and he was like, oh man, this freaking lady's making noise or whatever. It turns out the old lady had died. She had died sometime, they don't know when, and my brother's saying that damn, it's crazy. Maybe she was, banging on the wall trying to get help, or maybe it was a ghost. So maybe the woman that was in the car was actually the lady from the apartments who had passed away and was following my brother, perhaps. Who knows? So yeah, That's what happened. Old lady died in the apartment next to where my brother was. We go camping. My fiance sees an old lady. Might be related, might not. Might be your ancestor. Oh, it's a nice crack of the back. Trying to add a bit more blue in these areas. But anyways,
And the old lady might be did it. She attached herself to a young child. My brother is he's older than me, so I said this was recent.
Okay, so I'm just gonna add the date for this picture.
Read 3 jokes still.
Yeah. So that's what happened.
I'm not sure if Archie's still here or if he got too scared.
Shiver me timbers. Okay, April 5th to April 6th.
It already has a crush on your brother then. Sick invite.
Oh, there he is. That's one that I told you. With the old lady. Sick invite for what? For the stream? I invited you. The last 2 or 3 streams you did not join. I know Michaela joined. No, the last one I invited you guys. You guys didn't join at all. You guys ended up going live. 2 streams before that, you didn't even freaking join. You were just like in the background. Michaela was playing. Graphic model, what up? Puffin, I was just saying hi, liking the video. Appreciate it. You never joined mine. Cause you're freaking playing games that either I don't like or I want to play. Like I want to freaking think of getting high on life. And obviously if I join you're gonna ruin it. I just do graphic modern because he stopped by real quick. He's at 5. Same with RT. My mom told me about this old house she lives in. Her cat will rub on air like a cat will roll on your leg. You watch all the time. Stop the cap. What happened, Didi? Like I said, I invited you guys last stream. You guys didn't join at all. You guys ended up going live. 2 streams before that, you didn't join at all. Michaela did join in and she did play along. Can't really see a 5 and 6. So I was like, okay, then I guess they're not gonna join. I even freaking invited David. Didn't join the last stream.
You also do that? First time here, awesome painting. Thank you, Titanium Justin. Just finished him. This Puffin.
Now I'm just gonna look for a different thing to paint. I have a few pictures saved on Pinterest. That's where I get all the paintings I do. I use a reference for, you know, since I'm not good with drawing from memory or imagination. So I'm using a lot of reference photos.
Boards. Now we're on my page.
What do you mean your page?
Alright, so here are some of these photos I saved that I might do. Obviously I gotta delete some of these because I already did them. Never mind. Right, I was doing this one originally for the buffalo, but it came out bad. So I have this bear, this bird, this other bird, this other bird, that frog, that bird, and all these I gotta delete. Now I also got some poses, you know, for people. That's not a buffalo. No, I said I was gonna do the ram, but then I ended up not doing it because ring neck pheasant. I ended up doing a buffalo because the ram wasn't coming out good. That's the buffalo right there. Buffalo bison. So I did do a buffalo. The ring neck pheasant, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, pretty much the same thing. I'm assuming it's the same thing. Buffalo bison, I just saw. Snowy owl. Cool animals. The snowy animal does. Snowy owl does look pretty cool. A cheetah. Those are kind of cool ones. Draw me. I already did you. Small version, but I got you a snail. Maybe I've seen both in real life and wild. I've seen an owl before. They're freaking huge. I was gonna look up something. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna look at. Oh, that's stupid. Porcupine, mountain branch. Just shooting them ideas. I think I might go with maybe a gorilla. Imagine like this one. Freaking gorilla. Save it. Animals. Great horned owls are cool. Do a silverback. I think I might do a gorilla. Because I've done a few birds now. Haven't done any primates. And I think I might do this one, yeah. This guy. Oh, my back. Just gonna put some of this stuff away. Take out my pencil. Looks like me in a shower. I'm just albino though. Yes, I think, you know, this page or this side of the book is gonna be animals. Opposite side, I might do people or maybe landscapes. I'm still not sure. We're gonna go with continue with the branches, the theme of branches. Let me text. Do not have it. There we go. There. I lost my eraser. There it is. Well, freaking owls are big. I saw one
last week or 2 weeks ago at work. Motherfucker is huge. And I be hearing it too sometimes when I'm cleaning. I just hear it in the background.
A new custodian at school I worked at was an amazing teacher too. Teacher made him come teach painting in art class.
That was me. Except I don't clean schools. I did clean a school for a small period of time. It was like a religious school, which apparently was also haunted. I never had any experiences cleaning that school.
Then again, I was there for maybe 2 hours at a time. Draw some fleas. This is not my story. It's
my fiance's sister, her story. This is what they're claiming. I really don't know if it's true or not. I say take this with a grain of
sand, salt. I'm gonna send you the caruga.
Shut the fuck up. Maybe I should start painting some like forest stuff. Kind of cool. But apparently, her sister and her husband were cleaning the school, and they claimed that the desk
and chairs started levitating off the ground and were like spinning or some shit. Like chupacabra.
Maybe that might be cool, On this side, I have maybe doing a different book. What do you call it? Like legends, urban legends, and myths. Like a Wendigo.
New Jersey Devil.
What is the? I've heard that before. I don't know too much. It's really familiar. I just don't. If you gun to my head, tell me what is it? Just kill me.
Mythical creatures.
Or maybe a different book. I might do that. I like having my sketchbooks have different, subjects. Not necessarily doing the same thing.
That's me, not gonna lie. A mythical creature?
Or New Jersey Devil? Mine is a little bit weird.
The arm. It's like somebody gave birth to this thing and it flew off or something.
There's a bunch of freaking legends. I know some. But like I said, I kind of have bad memories, so I'll be forgetting.
The Mothman. That's half bat, half goat or something. Manbird pig.
You super cereal? Wendigo. There's what else is there? The Mothman, like I said.
Hello, Ankeen. Where are you from? I am from
California, United States of America.
If you're asking for my ethnicity, skinwalkers, yeah, that's another one.
If you're asking for my ethnicity, I am Mexican American.
I'm pretty sure that's what you meant. What will ask? This is when they first joined. Puck wedgies? Puck wedgies? Sasquatch? Puck wedgies? What do you mean? Because he just asked them.
where I'm from, and that's it. I don't know. Yeah, some people just join in and hello, and then that's it. And I respond, and they're already gone by that time.
They are like leprechaun kind of puck wedgies.
Never heard of those. Dude, I'm really getting like wanting to make a either like half the sketchbook legends, but only I'm able to
Draw or paint creepy.
or scary things. Yeah, I guess I could always try. That's the whole point.
They're shapeshifters, the shoe stealers, gnomes. Once you see it, it will haunt you till it kills you.
Now these are the first time I hear these. I feel like I kind of heard like the more popular ones,
The more obscure ones, no.
just like you. I mean, do you guys
Believe in ghosts? I know we were talking about ghosts earlier.
I mean, obviously I do believe in ghosts since I've had a few experiences.
And yeah, that guy came in, asked where I was from, and pretty much it, just left.
Of course. Yeah, I feel like if you had experience, you'll believe it. But there's always people that will still deny that, like, nah, it was probably something else.
Alright, what about aliens?
We're getting to like real tinfoil territory now. Do you guys believe in aliens? This separates the men from the boys.
Seen some weird things up in the bush in Canada.
Like what?
Until I get their cheeks slapped. 100% aliens.
Well, I'm guessing you're talking about like up in the bush in Canada, you've probably seen aliens or some type of experience.
Define your opinion of aliens. Aliens, extraterrestrial.
Not of this world. Because I guess anything could be alien, because, right? Some people are like, octopuses are 100% like, aliens. They're just really weird.
Smart and all that stuff. They look alien. Their eyes are alien.
You guys might not know this, but this channel is actually run by the government, so I'm just getting enough information from everyone, and anyone who has claimed to see an alien is gonna get visited by the Men in Black.
I mean, like, because if there's a shrimp in space, it is an alien. But you know what I mean by when I say like alien aircrafts that come out of under lakes. I like if that's your version of alien, like, I agree.
I feel like I've heard that before, like aliens coming out, from the lakes and shit.
Oh, hello, Tails. Can you take care of that, please? Or should I do it? Yeah, but messed up stuff. Hey, let me do it. Can I do it from here? Okay.
Can you time them out, Naruto?
Flying sombreros.
The thing that sucks, I can't time people out from this app that I'm using. I have to use a different
Go on actual YouTube.
I too have had some
Alien experiences. I see King Kong. Not King Kong, it's a. Well, I guess I do live in Blinks outside them. You don't know King Kong?
King Kong, he fought Godzilla. There's in the movie. He also fought a T-Rex and he killed it by snapping its jaw. It looks a little bit weird, but that's how it is. Yeah, I finished a puffin a bit earlier, so now moving on to the gorilla. Right here, the legs look really weird. Hopefully, I could fix it once I start painting it. This needs to be higher. Yeah, just drawing, painting animals and talking about ghost experiences. But I was gonna say,
Imagine an alien race visits and see we have Skibidi Toilet and TikTok.
we're doomed, dude. We're doomed. A lot of people claim, aliens have already been here and are already here. There's like all these conspiracy theories that I like listening to. Makes you think, even if it's like just completely, stupid and just really like that. Like you just hearing you like really.
That's what you believe?
All right then. So yeah, there's some. I think I was telling Alex before. Sometimes I like listen to these theories that people be saying. I'm like, I guess like with your logic, it makes sense, but if you actually think about it, you're fucking stupid. Like I see where you're coming from, but you're wrong.
We're an experiment from said aliens. I mean, in a world where almost anything possible, why not sing?
Exactly. You never know exactly what's going on in this world. Because like I say, like it's weird. How were the pyramids made? And it's weird how the pyramids are, built, in the exact location or some shit from like certain constellations. Something like that. Like I think I could be wrong about like some of these facts. So almost each pyramid is
you know, in the same area or lines up with a constellation in the sky.
That's pretty much it. The legs look a little small, but you know how that's how he's built.
It looks good though. For this planet, our galaxy is too huge, too vast, too big.
Like someone said, I don't know who said exactly, but either way you see it, it's scary. You know, either we're all alone in this universe, which is kind of a scary thought, or we're not alone in this universe and there's something else out there, which is also kind of scary. I say either way, it's kind of scary.
Okay, now comes
the erasing, because I do not like having the lines show through the painting. I've seen a few
UFOs. I don't scare me. I'm excited.
I was watching this one video and one guy said one thing and it was stupid in my opinion. You know, they're talking about like vaccines and stuff, and he was saying how ancestral intelligence is the original AI. You know, I was like, okay, shut up.
Which makes sense, you know, but at the same time,
you see them all the time. I mean, technically anything could be a UFO, right? Because what does it stand for? Unidentified flying object. So if you don't know what the object is that's flying, it is a UFO.
The fuck does that even mean?
I was watching from Jubilee some shit about, you know, vaccines, and you know, it was like one doctor against like 16-17 people arguing, and he said something about like vaccines are actually good and stuff like that. And this one dude was like, you know, ancestral intelligence is the original AI, kind of arguing for nature in a sense, you know, like we don't need all these modern medicines, nature provides everything type of deal.
My other car is UFO.
Oh shit, we got a spaceman here. We got David Bowie's ground control to Major Tom. Yeah, I remember, I think it was like during New Year's I saw a UFO. We were outside celebrating, you know, and it was a couple of us that saw this super high up, but we saw like an orange ball of light, orange reddish, and it just kind of appeared and like, you know, it was moving around really quick and disappeared.
All medicines are from nature. They're good, nature provides everything.
Yeah, like, I mean, it may be interested to search up the video by Jubilee. It's like one doctor versus, I think, 60 people. The show's called Surrounded. I don't know if you've seen it on YouTube or not. It's like an hour long or so.
And like, it was pretty much
you know, anti-vaxxers kind of versus a doctor. And it was funny because there was one anti-vaxxer, right? And she was like kind of telling the doctor, like, you know, like she doesn't really care what he says or anything, because she actually reads and studies her own facts, right? but pretty much anytime she talked, she was fact checked. You know, like the video in the editing, it's like, oh no, that's actually wrong.
Here's that the real fact. Into like cookies though. Hence my grammar.
So it's funny. So she was pretty much like everything she was kind of spewing was wrong. Like for example, this kind of
Getting off topic.
but they're saying, you know, how vaccines cause autism in children, right? And she was saying, like, oh, in Japan, you know, they don't vaccinate the kids until 2 years old, right? She's like, okay, I may be wrong, but you know, they don't force the vaccines into like 2 years or something like that, and their percentage in how many kids with autism is like very low, like slim to none. And a little fact check bubble came out, like, actually in Japan they recommend you don't vaccinate them until 2 months old, not 2 years. And Japan actually has a higher percentage of autism in kids, 3.8 compared to the United States with like 2.8, something like that. This is a cool stream. Why were 2.8 vaccines? Should I have immunity for mom? I'm not a doctor, so I don't know, but you know, vaccines to help them get prepared, because you never know, right? Because like, you know, the doctor said, yeah, they're immune. You know, they shouldn't be, I guess, exposed to anything. But what happens if they're, you know, biting something? They drink from the same cup as someone or something like that, you know, and they could easily get infected. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not an expert. You do your own research. Everyone has their own beliefs. Which I'm not really trying to get into, you know. I'm not here for any debates or arguments. That's why I try to, you know, stay away from anything political or religious. So yeah, you know, today's Sunday, tomorrow is Monday. People will be going back to school, back to work. I have Monday off, so I'll be relaxing.
I just joined back to your only words being stay away from religion and politics. Use watered down versions of the virus. What are they saying? Oh, they use, yeah.
Like you said, everyone has their opinion on all that stuff: vaccines, religion, politics, and I'd like to get into it. Shouldn't have brought it up, but you know, what can you do? Some people are civil and could actually have a discussion, productive dialogue.
Some of people can't.
And I do not know where you guys land on that.
I get it. Unlike me.
So like I have no real problem kind of giving my opinion or saying what I believe in, but then again, why, in a way, like why does that matter? Who am I? It's like when freaking they ask like celebrities and like comedians, all these people, like, what do you think about this? It's like, why do we care what they think? You know?
They're not in charge. My agree on position is I don't mind your opinion as long as you don't not affect anyone, if that makes sense. That's exactly what I think too. You know how bad I am from huffing fiber sheds from the city sewage system.
That sounds like the only way to do it. I too like to go to my local sewage, area and just start mouth breathing all that I can. That's actually what I do at work, since I'm a janitor. Before I take out the trash, I just take a good
let's take it all in. That's it, guys. Like without everywhere. No, John Cena is salao.
For me, I think it's stupid. Like that one joke from Dave Chappelle. They're like, oh, we have Ja Rule here. They're like, why the hell are you asking Ja Rule? Like, where is Ja?
No, I'm a plumber.
Damn, so you even got more. You got some really good, what do you call it? Your immunity is probably strong, everyone's taking a shit, you're smelling it all day.
Probably like lick it once or twice. Not on purpose. I already chat from other as well. Yes, I am. The only one in the other chat is Poophead. Dave is my favorite. Want to hear something crazy? Crazy? Cool. Tell me. What's crazy?
You met him?
Or it explodes in your face.
Yeah, I could just imagine, just a kind of unpredictability with pipes being backed up and just boom.
Was it me? I forgot who it was.
But my first job was a butcher, so I was a butcher. I said it before, and it was for like a grocery store, but it doesn't matter. I was still, working with meat, handling it all day. And
since I got to like throw out trash and see my friend legit shit showered. My friend legit, no joke, believed that the original Dave was exposing too much, that they ousted him and cloned him. My friend also says that the new Dave talks differently, looks differently, and everything.
Well, it could be, obviously, he talks different, looks different. One, he's older, right? So maybe he's not as energetic, so that's why he talks slower. So, there's an explanation or reason for the way he talks and sounds. I mean,
looks and sounds now. I've done lots of work in grocery stores and slaughterhouses.
Yeah, my shit isn't big time like you. I told you it was like a grocery store. Although we did have a pretty big, meat case, showcase, whatever you want to call it. Pork, beef,
chicken. That's my friend, bro. You hit too much if we had the technology to clone.
Exactly. But, people like him, you try to reason with him and he's too far gone. Sorry to say. He's too far gone.
But, best view where on stream room with the space. inconspicuous wallets. The fuck is that? Does doing those jobs give you muscles?
Yeah. It does give you muscles. So, one time or two, I think it was me.
I'm pretty sure it was me. It happened to me, but I got lucky though. Cracking on pipes.
So I was throwing out the trash, right, for when I was like the butcher, and I grabbed the bag and I threw it into a dumpster, but it ripped, or it wasn't on tied correct or something. I got freaking like chicken juice on me. Like I just kind of soaked myself because motherfuckers, when they'll take chicken to put on the display case. A lot of the people,
if you probably don't know, but he's chill. He may be gone, but you can accept the fact that I don't believe. So that's why I like him.
But chicken comes in a box, and there's usually like a solution. Like I don't know all this technology, or not technology, but like the whole science behind it. Maybe
Steel
knows a bit more. But the chicken comes with like kind of like in water, right? I guess to preserve it. And people should be
cutting open the bag and dumping that
chicken juice and water into the sink and letting it just go away. But these people will be lazy and just cut the bag, take out the chicken, and throw the whole bag with the liquid into a trash can, which was annoying for people who took out the trash because it'll be really heavy and you'll get wet sometimes. So
I was throwing the trash and
threw it to a dumpster and it ripped and I got that juice all over me. Luckily I had my apron and little lab coats on, so I didn't get too dirty, but I still did get that juice on me.
Bet you're muscular.
No, it wasn't blood. It was like chicken juice and like water. Because like when we got like drumsticks or like chicken thighs, it was usually like,
well, mainly the chicken thighs, deboned like chicken thighs,
always came in like this solution, and people would just open the bag and just take out the thighs and not really toss out the water.
I'm fat but strong.
Yeah, being a plumber, laying down all the pipes and turning it, strong. I used to be kind of strong when I was a butcher.
Especially since I was the receiver. I got an overeating problem.
Don't we all? I was the meat receiver for a good 6 months, if not a bit longer. So, we'll get 9+ pallets of, different things. Chicken, pork, beef, seafood.
And it was my job to break down those pallets. Hey, Bugster, no.
I know that joke. No, thank you. So it was my job to break down the pallets and separate, put everything in its order. And some of these boxes were anything from maybe 5-10 pounds to 160, 190 was the heaviest one. A little bit over 100. It was pork loins.
Produce. I was in the meat department. I started off as a
Annie.
You're nanny.
I started off as a courtesy clerk, bagging people's groceries and collecting shopping carts. I did that for about 2 months or so, I believe, a few months. And the store manager, the director, was like, "Oh, you're pretty good.
We're gonna promote you, move you to a different place.
But you're lucky. I'm gonna give you a choice. We don't give people choices usually, but we'll give you a choice." do you want to go to the meat department or grocery? I think it was grocery, maybe produce, but I think it was grocery. And I was like, I'm not sure. He was like, okay, you know what, I'll tell you what. Here is the manager from the meat department. Walk with him, talk with him, think it over. Let me know, if you want to go with the meat department or grocery. So I ended up, walking with the manager from the meat department. He showed me around, told me what I was gonna do. And they're like, oh, the job's pretty simple. You just do this. If you come with me, I'll take care of you. You take care of me, I'll take care of you. Money wise. So I was like, fuck that, I want more money. So I ended up going to the meat department. And I started off as a meat dispatcher, just helping customers with whatever they wanted. Oh, you want 2 pounds of chicken, 2 pounds of this, whatever, I got it for you. After 2 months, I became a meat filler, which I was able to start using knives. As a meat dispatcher, I can't use knives. Or I'm not allowed to because I'm not trained in it. Besides just to cut chicken. As a meat filler, I could use knives, to cut steaks and use other machines. So, after 2 months of being a meat dispatcher, I got promoted to a meat filler. Started using knives and machines to cut meat. But nothing with bone, just big chunks of meat. And again, after I think 2 months of being a meat filler, that's when I got promoted again to meat receiver. So I was the one handling shipments whenever they'll come in. I'll check it, be like, okay, yeah, everything's here. And then I'll start breaking down the pallets and organizing everything. And then all day I was just working in a saw. All day I was just inside the cooler. And 8+ hours a day I was just in the cooler, just alone, just breaking down pallets. Need more water. So I was a meat receiver for about, I think, 6 months or so, maybe 9 months. Then I got promoted again, and I became a meat cutter. And the meat cutter is allowed to use like the bandsaw, right? To bandsaw, table saw, whatever you want to call it, to actually cut meats with bones. So I was able to, cut pork chops, T-bones, ribeyes, big ass cow heads. Anything with a bone, I was able to use the saw to cut it. So I was a meat cutter for a few months as well. Don't remember exactly how long. After a few months, I became the 3rd assistant manager to the meat department. So I rose rather quickly. I never seen those watercolor brushes. This one, I believe, came with this set. This smaller one came with this other smaller set here. And these I got in a subscription that I used to be subscribed to. My ascension in that company was rather quick. In about like a little bit under a year. No, a year? No, that doesn't make sense. Maybe like a little bit under a year or a little bit over a year. I think it was like a little bit over a year. I went from being, someone who just collected cards and bagged your groceries to 3rd assistant. Those subscription thing. Yeah, I've said it a few times now. People be like, damn, where are those pens? I got it from subscription. There was 2 subscriptions that I used to be subscribed to.
One was called Sketchbox, which I believe I got the sticker here. Yeah, Sketchbox. So every month they'll send you a certain amount of random art supplies, so you could test it out. And I got a few in that subscription, and then I had another subscription for arts. I forgot what that one was called. Yeah, so I got a bunch of art supplies from those subscriptions. But yeah, that whole story was, I guess, to say that during a time when I was a meat receiver, I got pretty strong. And with like carrying boxes like nothing. I mean, even now too, like, kind of, with being a freaking janitor, the amount of freaking trash that comes out and I freaking take out at once, they're pretty heavy, especially when it's just filled with nothing but paper. So, you know, taking that shit out and like kind of carrying it to a dumpster to work out. And I also used to work at FedEx, slinging 50-pound boxes of meat all day, exactly to 20. I think the lightest one might have been like 10 pounds. Like I said, the heaviest one was like a bit over 100. It was like big ass pork loins, right? Where you get your pork chops. It was like 2 really long pieces. So that was like probably the heaviest one. So all day I was just doing that. And like I said, I used to work at FedEx as well. Same thing. All day just organizing boxes in the trailers. Picking it up, putting it down, carrying it. I was like this. Motherfucker. Although I still gotta lose some weight. I'm working on it though. I have a little small gym at home. Some cheap machines that we bought. I wouldn't say I'm fat, but I got some meat on me. Mainly on my belly. You know, I wouldn't go as far as to call it a beer belly, because I feel beer bellies stick out more. You're primate. I feel like I got like a stomach, but I'm working on it. Try to ride the exercise bike. Sweat. Same. We should work out together. For real. You get on a Discord call. We'll just be grunting. Like I said, like I don't really do much when I work out. I think right now I'm trying to just spend more time on the bike. Like I said, normally I do like 30 minutes or about close to 9 hours. And overeating. I have hernia from heavy lifting. Oh yeah, you gotta be careful with heavy lifting. Okay, never mind. Except for the most part, I just kind of 30 minutes or so, which I think I'm gonna do maybe 40 minutes or maybe an hour on the bike, and that's pretty much it. Do the bike and do a bit of an ab workout and some arms. It is a freshwater tank. I have some bubble-eyed goldfish, a regular common goldfish, and one guppy, one lone guppy. as well as, I don't even sure what those are. Maybe yellow tetras. Maybe the tetra that I thought, or maybe not. I was thinking the same thing, but like we just copy each other's workouts. Like I don't really have a workout plan. But for the most part, I'm just trying to sweat as much as I can. Trying to burn off as much fat as I can. So, I'll just put on a sweater. Put on my shirts, muscle shirt, and then that sweatband thing you put around your stomach. Carp are essentially oversized goldfish. Exactly. Pretty much, that's exactly what they are. Like I have one of like those sweat belts things, and that way I can sweat even more. Yeah, I also have well, depending where you're from, right? Some people call it crawdad, crawfish, lobster. Although right now, I don't think you're able to see it because the light that I'm using to paint is actually from my fish tank. I steal it. I think I have a picture here. Where is that? There he is. And then I have my freaking, when they were just staring at me. Bass bait? Which one? The crawfish, crawdad, lobster. I'm assuming that's what you mean. I do want to get some snails into my tank. I had two, but they passed away. I had one, a mystery snail that one lasted a good while before he eventually kicked the bucket. Cool fish though. Use my children. I think I put way too much. Yeah, I put way too much. Fuck. Yeah, I want to get some more snails in there. Also want to get some shrimp as well. And just have like a little, ecosystem just by itself. That's musky bait, Izuku. Yeah, I ain't good with my fishes like that. I also was used, kind of, not really, but I did used to fish a bit. Never caught anything. But I was subscribed to a fishing subscription. I think it was called Tackle Box or Tackle Bait. Perhaps you might have heard of it. So you want to take a Canadian goose? I think it was called like Tackle Box or something like that, something along those lines. Where every month they'll send you a little box full of fishing gear, lures, hooks. Don't remember what else. I think some stickers as well. Mystery box. I want to go fishing because I haven't done it in forever. And I doubt I'm going to catch anything. Next year's top box? Yeah, it was something like that, like mystery tackle box. And you could kind of customize it in the sense of what you're fishing for. You know, panfish, like I said, like panfish, saltwater, and I think something else. That way they know exactly what to send you. Right? Imagine you're trying to get something small, and they send you gear for like the salt, for like the sea, not the salt. That's the beauty and the peace and quiet. I don't know any like spots, any good spots. Obviously, I'm pretty sure I could just quickly beat it down. Down. Good boy. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure I could just find a place. I'm just kind of lazy when it comes to doing the research. So when are we all gonna meet up? We're all gonna go fishing together. Best thing to do is go to tackle shops and ask them. Maybe be like, hey, what's the fish here like? Probably should do that. Not a bad idea actually. But you know, might be hard to believe, but I'm very kind of shy. I'm a shy guy. So I don't really like interacting with people like that and just going up to them and be like, hey, what's up? I'm looking for this. You know, let's say we're at a store, right? If I'm looking for, I don't know, tomatoes, I wouldn't go up and ask them out. Hopefully, you know, look like a dumbass and have someone be like, oh, you're looking for something? And be like, oh, yes, I'm looking for this. That's my preferred method. Like Mario. Yeah, that Shy Guy is dope. You guys don't do that? That's what I do. Like I'll try like look dumb and like lost, to hopefully have a worker be like, oh, you need help with something? I'm like, oh yes, I'm looking for this. You know, I kind of dread going up to people be like, I need help with this, because sometimes they're just fucking assholes. You know, they're people have no good customer service. I wish I could give my best customer service. Yeah, lots of chicks out there. Guys, so annoying. And some people like, why the fuck you working at this place if you hate it? Like, I understand you need, you know, you gotta work and need money, but find a different job that you actually enjoy. Yeah, I went to Hobby Lobby a couple months ago, and it was pretty busy, right? And the manager, whatever, like asked this one dude to get on a register. This motherfucker was dragging his feet. Not like metaphorically, he was literally just dragging his feet to a register, and you know, AirPods in, just like oh, lots of pricks out there. I think tricks. Like, oh, that's a good trick to have people help you out. That's what I thought you meant. I'm like, yeah, no, that's pretty good. Why don't you use it next time? Like, at least me personally, I don't mind if you have an AirPod in and listen to music while you work.
as long as you're, you know, I guess paying attention to the customer to a certain extent. Like if you're a cashier, you have your earphones in. Like I don't mind if you have it. Like I don't really care. As long as you be like, oh, you know, how's it going, or something like that. As long as you're kind of like, you know, nice, I guess you could say. Because some people just look at you and they're like, really? You came to my fucking register? Like, yes, I came to your fucking register. Unfortunately, everyone else is slow. Got a lot of typos. Yeah. Get some treats. Sits. I said sits, not stand up. He sits. Good boy. Annie sits. Good girl. Those brushes blend nice. I try to blend them. Just gave him some treats. It's been a long stream, but I seem chill ASMR type. It has been a bit longer than my usual 2.5 hour stream. Appreciate you guys stopping by. And I finished my book of drawing poses. Some are good, some aren't. Let me show you the drawing I did for the drunk stream. Apparently my fiance was like, I was about to go to sleep and I asked her like, what time is it? She's like, oh, it's like 11:50. I was like, fuck, I gotta do my drawing. So this is the drunk stream. So yeah, I think it came out pretty good, don't you think? I did with like 5 minutes or so to go until, you know, it hit 12 p.m. I was about to miss it. So I've been doing this every single day of the year. You know, January 1st, and there, that was a drunk stream, and this was yesterday's last page. Some of these kind of came out good, some look bad. You could be like that one artist who drew himself on different drugs. Now, I feel like when I drink, I just don't care how it comes out. It's a little bit. Be careful with that one. I gotta work on faces. I was in the car when I did this one. Some days I had like no time to do. Yeah. So at this book, freaking Didi, I think it was him, was biting it. So now I'm gonna do continuing. I'm going to continue drawing every single day. I did that one the other day. And but this time I'm gonna do men. This one's the women book, the men book. They should have been the same, but like I said, freaking dog. This fell on the floor and they ate it, and I didn't realize until I came home from work. You know, because I left the book on the table, and one of my cats, I'm assuming, you know, got on the table and dropped that shit, and had to go to town. How scared would you be if a random drawing of you doing something popped up in one of your books? Like, what? How scared would you be if a random drawing of you doing something popped up in one of your books? Like, it could be anything. You sleep, walking, eating, but like, it's drawn like you're drunk drawing. That'd be kind of crazy. I'm not sure what you think, anything.
She woke up. Let me go check.
I'm just checking to see if I'm awake. Other thing, I need to get like some new brushes or something, or maybe start using color pencils, because when I try to get at these fine details, I just can't do it. This is probably like the best brush I could use for like thinner lines. Even though I do have another actual brushes, I don't use them. I just stick with these pen brushes, brush pens. Freaking energies on the background being a menace, like always. So what are you going to do for Halloween? Some gray. I need my back to get cracked. I need like a good back cracking. Just someone to like just step on me. Yeah, morning, it was nice meeting you. It was long. Alright then, for sure. Appreciate it, Steel. You know, hopefully I see you one of my drunk Jackbox streams. It's really fun. You know, if you're able to make it, I always put like a community post for when that happens. But I'm gonna do it once I reach 650. It's a fun time. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, good night, Steel City. Wish you luck in your endeavors and you have no poop in your mouth. Try and put like a little bit of blue into this gorilla, because gorillas have like a bluish tint to them. I don't know if you guys have noticed or actually seen gorillas. Yeah, take it easy. I feel like most people might think like, oh, gorillas are like, you know, black, silver, but no, they have a blue tint to their skin, to their hair. For real, like I need the same bone as the 6th Lukaku to do it. Sorry, I'm a weirdo. What are you talking about? It's Halloween already? Could be. Maybe the same thing. I feel like there's some chat that either I didn't read or maybe I didn't understand it. Annie! Freaking dog. Being stepped on. Oh! I mean, kind of weird. Unless you pay her to do it, then it's all transactional, you know, then it's business. But if you just tell her to do it with, you know, no intent of paying, then yeah, it's a bit weird. But throwing some of that money in, It's all good.
That's weirder. Yeah, it's not. It's not weirder.
It's business, dude. You know, business. Have you never done business? You know, you pay someone to, you know, fix your car. It's all good. You're paying someone to step on you. It's business is business. Whether it's, you know, being punched to the balls, having them shit on your chest or something, it's all the same thing in the end. You want something, they want something. Money helps both people achieve it, right? They have money, you have money to give. You know, it cancels out.
Tomato, tomato.
Annie. I fucking hate that the one that we have is small and she's able to reach it because she's fucking small.
We gotta have to do a window like in the living room that's like, you know, up and down, and she's able to see it. I guess, but then where's the love, man?
If you're asking someone to step on you, it's not because they love you. Annie. Out. Trying to add as much detail as I can in color, but it's annoying. I mean, hopefully my watch hours are gonna be good.
When I get married, I'm gonna send you a vid of my asking my wife to randomly just step on no content show you true love out there. Alright, then I'll be
waiting for that video. Even if it's, you know, 2 in the morning, you send it. I'll wake up and be like, that son of a bitch. He did it.
And I'll just start clapping slowly.
And then be like, what the fuck you doing? But at least now I know true love is out there. Dude, sometimes I don't know where the fuck this chat be going. We'd be having a nice conversation and it just randomly takes a weird random turn.
For real, imagine someone you know walking in on you to clapping to video.
Oh, I saw one. It was bad.
Just thinking about it makes my balls shrink. How many people are on Twitch? Only one.
In my opinion, I think it's hard on Twitch to get noticed because there's lots of people watching, and I think the way Twitch is, the top. I'm not sure they just changed it, but you know, the more people you have, the higher up on the list you are. The least. I'm gonna use it. The more viewers you have watching you, you're higher on the list. You have less viewers, you're lower on the list. For real, so that's my fault for this one. I heard stuff and my monkey brain activated. Well, like I said, at least it's one. I know there was a time when Alex and OK, they were both in it, but it still showed one. So the view counter might be a little bit off. You're doing it right though, starting with YouTube and then asking them to join the Twitch. Yeah, only one. then again, this is my first time streaming on Twitch, so you know, can't expect myself to get a bunch of viewers.
I think it's my first stream.
Because at least on YouTube, I've been streaming for years now. Like I said, I was streaming gaming first, and it wasn't until December of last year where I switched up and started doing art. But you know, Alex is in the trenches. He's a real one. He's holding the Twitch stream down for us. He's a true branch.
Look, this is a symbolic drawing. Alex is a monkey in the sense of he's bringing these two branches together. One is Twitch, one is YouTube. How many are on YouTube? Mine says 3. I don't know if that's right or not. Right now it says 2. That's how it starts. This is where eventually you'll be juggling both chats to the point I'll just be another comment, but kind of hard to ignore my username.
I've thought about it, like if I ever get to the point where it'll be hard to, you know, juggle comments, I would maybe turn on subscriber mode only, or maybe slow down the chat, like one message every, you know,
5 minutes or something like that.
I mean, right now I could do it too. I could put it to like subscriber only mode, but no.
I was actually telling
Joy about that. Like maybe I should do it to subscriber only mode, so people who join in and want to like send me a message have to subscribe. Man, that's kind of evil.
I'm like, do I want to do that though? He's calling. You're bringing the both
platforms together. You're bridging both branches.
You know, maybe a different tree,
but in the end, we're all the same. Yeah, but I know sometimes also the chat numbers are a little bit weird, because there's been a few times where like it shows I have 1 person or 5 people watching. Excuse me, but I know for a fact I have more than that, because let's say right now I have 2 people, but you're texting, Artsy, it's Holy, and like other people are joining in. Like, okay, obviously it's not working correctly.
If I know for a fact, you know, more people are actually here. It can be whatever. No, it can be when you're just starting out. Like for example, you do what Joy said, but you run the risk of getting fake accounts just subbing to comment or only subbing.
True. I was one that told her about that idea. I'm like, maybe I should do that, because I'm able to put it to sub only mode. I mean, that'd be kind of a good idea. Like, if you think about it, if you want to freaking send a message, then you have to subscribe. But then there's gonna be people like me that I know for a fact if that shit popped up for me, I ain't gonna subscribe. I'm like, nah, you know what? I'm going to a different stream. So I guess kind of like double-edged sword in that sense. But I think for sure I'm gonna keep this chat open until I can't actually, you know,
Juggle both of them. Or just groupers or that.
You never really know with anything. Or just, you know, it could be a way to have people get more subs. there was I don't think you know her, but this other YouTuber,
Shell.
She, because of Shell, we kind of excuse me, speaking my voice went away. Because of Shell, we all kind of met each other. That's how me and Wander met, through Shell, and because of Shell, also met Graphic.
Ended up kind of meeting us.
There's like a small, a different Discord that I'm in that was started by Shell, and she had a bunch of subs. I think we're actually like at 1.2k or 2 point something. But she doesn't want to really do videos anymore. Cause she kind of said it before. She's like, yeah, you know, this is part of my. I'm no 100%. But like, I've done a couple of accounts before. You know, I build it up. I get a couple thousand subs and whatnot, and I just delete it and start over. So it's been like a good month or so since she's uploaded anything or gone live. And the Discord that she made, she ended up leaving the Discord, and she passed it to Wander. So now Wander is in charge of it. But the reason I bring this up because Shell had this message, right, where she's like, subscribe and I'll write your name in my sketchbook. And a bunch of people were like, I subscribed, where's my name? So I'm like, yeah, that's a good way to get subscribers.
That's a crazy lore dump.
Yeah, Shell is lore. And she left us. Yeah, she blew up really quick, and I think it was also because of that.
One, she was a really good artist. You should make a world for subs.
Low key, I was kind of thinking something like that, like a little comic book or something. And I had like just all these freaking like dumb lores, right? The branch, we get like branch people. For Naruto, maybe do a snail, because I know he likes a snail. That'd be kind of cool, having a little story, comic book story along with the channel.
Like we have the branch lore, not like the best drawings, but just have a page where whoever sub to you draw them in a page how they want it. Maybe I don't know, something like that. They just write names out.
Dude, there's a bunch of ways people get subs. Sometimes it's, you know, it's a good way to get subs. And sometimes like
let me see.
Like there's people who just stand there, sit there, and they just, like I said, just write down the names. Like they're not really doing shit. And then there's people like Shell who was actually drawing and painting and stuff, and just had the message of, you know, subscribe, and I'll write down your name. Yeah, I might do that. That'd be kind of a cool idea that I've been thinking about for the last week or so. Maybe like making a little comic world, like I said, with subs. Either maybe like making a bunch of like short stories, or I'm not sure how I would do that.
Okay, here she is, sketching with Shell. At 2.2k. Just look at this. Yeah, kind of like skip all that. She made Knuckles. Oh, what a mistake. Look, that's crazy. You, the branch girls, and the people who sell. just join the branches. Maybe we could do something like that, right? Like have a tree
with the branches being people's names.
Here's another one that she has done. That would be. What would you like to be if you were if you were to make a comment? Who, me or Naruto?
Or both. Yeah, she's really good. But like I said, she has an the last post drawing she made was a month ago.
That was a YouTube short.
And she used to go live,
But not no more.
me, I'm not sure what I'd be. I was kind of thinking of that, like, what can I be? Can I maybe like some type of freaking shit? Oh, fucker.
Naruto would be a freak bomb.
He'd probably be a snail. For me, I was thinking maybe like be some type of spirit, obviously, because Phantom. So now, what can I have a play on Phantom? So I was like, goddamn, sorry. Voice keep on giving.
Harambe, Rip King. We didn't listen. Yeah, Harambe. Mr. No Reply. The one and true only king we have here. Maybe we can be Phantom who just wanders the town on subs.
Sad. Because I like to keep, you know, everything more or less on brand for me, right? So I try to do anything Phantom related if I would do something.
With myself included. So
That's it. If I'm gonna do a comic and you know, have myself in it, maybe I could be like a Phantom of some sorts, or a Phantom branch or something.
like I said, for Naruto,
Have him maybe be a snail depending what he wants to be. What do you call it? Wander. Most likely she'll be a raccoon.
well, I'm not sure what you want to be. I don't know if I want to still be a
Poop head. Or be something else. Cause that'd be cool. So I have a lot of ideas I kinda wanna do
that I haven't really gone into. Either snail or N-tails fox, Nine-tails fox. Maybe I'm guessing what you're trying to say or meant to say. I'll be the grass. There, I don't care. You included me, so I'm happy.
Like I said, I still don't know exactly what I would do. I had an idea. Now thinking about
You know, it's gonna be start off as
I don't know, somewhere in the forest, somewhere deep in the forest, right? And having all these branches like running in. I'll probably make like branch people or some shit like that. And, you know, and they coming running into this tree or something and be like, oh, you know, sir, this lizard fell or something like that. You know, we must support him. And he's like, oh, okay. You know, call everyone to pick him up or some shit. And they go, they find the lizard, pick him up, and that's it. Something quick and stupid like that.
you know, more branch lore.
Like, you know, so the branches are kind of like the guardians of the forest in a sense.
But I'm not sure exactly
what to do,
how to do it. That'd be cool. Wonder how it would look on paper though.
True. It's gonna take some time because I don't know if I'll paint it or if I'll just leave it black and white. Most likely I'll probably want to paint it or something, or maybe just do like sketches and leave with pencil. But that's one idea I kind of had in my mind.
So yeah, sorry, but I'm gonna take this one off.
I'll put it in the back.
So let's say I'll use this marker, mini pen.
I don't know. So let's say it starts off with a bunch of trees, kind of like panning in. Sounds bigger because it's closer.
The children are starting in the back.
I don't know. So it starts off as a tree, and then I don't know. Maybe we see one bigger tree, maybe like a door or something, and then the door opens. So the pan shot, zooming into the trees, we see one tree, the door opens, and then I don't know, let's say it's a branch here. I'm not going to face this, so I gotta fix it, figure it out. I mean, the leaf. It's like, sir.
I don't know, what do you guys think so far?
And on the other page, probably like this guy on his chair, trying to go with perspective.
There we go. Starting off more or less, right? So that was an idea I was thinking. We'll start off with, looking at the trees, and then it zooms into either a tree or something else like a hideout, and zooms in, door opens, and the guy's like rushing in, like, sir, what is it, my son? And that's when it goes into the whole lore of the branch that we have going on. Which, if you don't know about the branch lore we have, then you don't know what's going on. That's sick as fuck. That's it. Wait. give me ideas. Send me ideas in the freaking Discord, and I could draw it out in a different book, and we'll make a whole. Like I said, I'm gonna just small little stories, right? Like for this one, I was thinking, right, he comes in talking about the lizard, and they help the lizard, and boom, there we go. Or it could also be, I said, a bunch of stories loosely based on the paintings that I have made, right? So we could have another one with a gorilla. How he's bringing maybe two communities together. That I could do, we could all do. Which is right, which is right, our coming to the store. Oh, I'm sorry, banana. Women do we just right are coming into the store. That's where your mod. You don't gotta ban them. You could just delete the message. Like I told you, since your mod, just the first message someone says that's kind of like, fucked up. Just erase the message. If they continue, time them out. If they still continue, then they get banned. That's like my 3 shits you're out. Which I gotta make you mod in Twitch, which I'll see how I could do. Okay, there we go. Your mod now on Twitch. Put them in timer already. Appreciate it. Yeah, but that's just the 3 steps, First message they say, just delete it. Don't even acknowledge it. Just delete it. If they, I guess, continue, then you could tell them out. If they really continue, that's when they get banned. I know Alex one time, I think he banned someone. I told a story a few times before, but one guy came in, he was being nice at first, saying, oh, you draw really good, this and that, you should sell your paintings, have you thought about it? I told him no. I don't think I'm good enough to sell my paintings at the moment, maybe in the future. And he just kind of kept on going on, like, oh, you should do bigger paintings. I was like, why? If we could sell them. Once again, I don't feel comfortable with my skill at the moment. Perhaps in the future I will paint and sell it. And after some time of me telling him, I'm not interested in selling paintings, he was like, you know what? Have fun being poor. Something along those lines, like, okay, then have fun being poor, this and that. I was like, all right then. He started off nice and just randomly said that shit. So the next day, I'm pretty sure that the next day, if not 2 days after, I tell Alex my poop had the same, what happened, right? The story. And as I'm telling him, that same guy joins in. Like right when I finished telling the story, and he joins in. He's like, "Oh, sorry about last night or the other time. I hate seeing people with talent like throw it away or some shit like that." And Alex just boop banded him right away.
That was funny when it happened. Yeah, I don't think me personally have banned anyone. I've put people on timeout, or if I deleted a couple messages because some people have came in here with
Like that guy. Your drawing is bad.
You know, like I said, if we build that reputation, then it's fine. Then it's fine. But if we're just coming in here, not even like, you know, just being a dick for no reason, then I'll delete your message. You know, I never understood why people just like to go into chats and stuff and just talk shit.
But anyways, you know, don't let it
Get me down. I'm back. But yeah, back to, I guess, the comic idea. If you guys have maybe an idea for the comic, let me know. I said maybe I'll do one big book with a bunch of different stories. That's most likely what I'm gonna do if I do go through with the idea. I'll just do one book with a bunch of different like short stories. We can suck at drawing toes.
chair that chairs.
There you go. Try to make my chair. I did that for you, chair.
You know, chairs becoming in clutch.
Sometimes, or a lot of times.
You know, I'm at that age where
Well, you sit down on a chair or anything, just
you know, I feel like sometimes you'll see your parents like do that shit and like they're exaggerating, like really.
but nah, as you get older, you're like, finally sit down. It's like, shit, you know what? My bad.
Went earlier was, do we make our own little short about joining the branch?
Up to you. Right now, I'm taking any suggestions for the comic, I guess. Like, so most likely, what I would do is just do a bunch of small, short stories.
If you want to make a long story, that's up to you.
I don't really care too much if it's short or long. Just, I guess, anything that's kind of like related to any of the lore that we have made up, or maybe have like some new ideas.
I'm not sure.
Like, there could be something with the branches, the lizards, somehow a rock, gorilla.
I can make a short one.
I mean, if it's one page, then also good. I have a few different sketchbooks. Some are close to being blank. I haven't really worked on it, so I could make. Here, I'm actually gonna go get one right now so I can show you. I have some that I was working on.
I'm just born and see random creatures hanging around a branch and divide to join.
Oh, decide to join.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna look up the book. So this is the book that I most likely would do it in. There we go. I already have one story in here. The story of life. There's a guy right there. Butterfly. Life is so beautiful, yet so fragile. Squish. The end. That's one story. Never finished it. And I had this other one that I was also working on, but never finished it. Let's see. So, why do I keep on doing this to myself? Or is the guy saying down? I need to stop pushing people away. You know exactly why you did it. Who said that? I did. That's what I got. Just like my soul. But most likely I'll do it maybe in this book, the comic. Maybe each one might have a cover page. Like this one here. But yeah, I'll probably do a cover page and either boop or the story. I was testing out my pens. This is all empty, and I think this one might be a good one for doing the comics. But anyways, trying to add these areas dark as much as I can. Darken these up. Or maybe in a different sketchbook that I have, I think it was Anna 27, one of you two, just draw like the subs or whatever, and I was thinking maybe we could switch it up.
maybe like five tally marks make you a character, and then I don't know, let's say five tallies, you become a character. 10 tally marks, you join the world, or something like that. There's a couple things we could do with the tally marks. I'm trying to see some stuff to add. Yeah, so much to do. A bit too dark. Great, I'm just spitballing here, like other things we could do for the tally marks, right? So either maybe make you a character, you come out in a story. What else could be? Who knows? There's still time for stuff. But how are you guys doing? I'm gonna be like thinking what else I could add, or what little story I can make. I'm gonna need some blue and gray for some of these areas. I think I'm just gonna time is it? 3:23, so maybe 20 minutes more, and then I'm gonna get off. Gonna cook some stuff. You gonna eat. More water. Not dark enough. Too much water though. Kind of ran out of things to say for a bit. Got some nipples on it. Can't just keep on adding more color to the same area. look at if we can leave this one alone for a bit and work on the branch trunk. Let's leave this griddle for a bit. Let's work on this background and use this to add some red. And next Jackbox stream at 6:50. Kind of close, kind of not. Wander just disappeared. It's kind of good that's gray, because the tree is a bit on the gray. It's not necessarily all brown. It also gives some good texture. I think we'll just leave it here for now. I might be back again later tonight. Another late night stream. Put dates real quick. For 6/25. When I started working on this. Yeah. Gonna be it for now. I shall be back. Maybe what do you call it? Anyway, thanks for watching. I shall be back maybe later tonight. If not, then I'll be back tomorrow. But yeah, Naruto. That's it, my guy. I gotta go gotta go cook and eat, you know, the whole shebang. Shouldn't be muted, but yeah, mic's on. I'll be back. I said, depending, I might be back later today. I might be sleeping. No promises I'll be back today. But yeah, if I'm not back today, like in a few hours, then let's preview the fish before we go. If I'm not back today, then I'll be back tomorrow. RT Farty is live. Let's see. He is live. RCZC. Well,
we'll meet in Artie's channel. And we'll be talking. We're talking a bit about making a little comic with the whole branch lore and whatnot. You know, saying like, you know, we have people here. Is it? Oh, I didn't freaking do that. Starts off with the trees and zooming in, then a branch, and another branch. So we have some things in the works. Perhaps build up this door that has started randomly. But that's it for me. I will be in Archie stream for a bit. And we'll chill. Alright, then I'm out. Peace.